G'day everyone, Matt from Panda Garage here today. Got more issues with the Cruze. Thought our tale with this car was finally over, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So today I'm getting stuck into the radiator. Got a lot of cooling issues still going on. Car's overheating, but it's not losing any coolant. I think it might be an over-pressurizing issue with the cap itself. It's thinking that there's too much pressure in the system, it's relieving itself. And there's a lot of signs of that, so we're going to have a quick look at that this morning. Change the caps over for the original one, and also we're going to drop the coolant out of the radiator, flush out the whole car just to make sure. I just want to make sure there's no clogged up system, and we might even check the thermostat if I can get to it. So join me today, Panda Garage. Let's get stuck right into this. So as you can see, a lot of spray from the overflow sort of part. This was the cap that's been used, so when this is building up too much pressure, it's spraying out all the coolant out the side. So we think there might be an over-pressurizing issue in the system. Might be the lid itself. Could possibly be a seized up thermostat. Not too sure. So I'm going to actually have a quick look, find out where the thermostat is. It could be down behind this housing here. I can't remember if I saw it last time, but if it is there, we'll might have to pull everything out, or it could be down next to the water pump here. So yeah, a bit of a pain, but what we're going to do is we're going to drop all the coolant, flush the whole system out, make sure it's running properly, or like at least it's clear. And if we're still having leak issues, I'm going to go from there. So the first part, what we're going to do is, and I only found this out recently from doing a service, is that you probably can't see underneath the car that well, or you guys could see and I can't. There's actually a little tap under your radiator here that you can actually flick on, and it will drain out the tank, because I released the bottom pipe last time and it actually popped off later on, because it's like a weird system that some engineer's trying to keep his job and it's designed. It's a pain in the ass. It's not really necessary, but yeah, there's a tap under here. Found it now, so we're going to drain all the coolant that way. So we'll decide to go that way instead. And down the back. Alright, this is making a complete mess. So I didn't want to bore you guys, but I've literally just stuck the hose in the top of the overflow like coolant tank there, pressurized tank. I've actually just started removing the air intake into like the turbo here. We're going to remove this in a moment, because I want to get down and actually pull the thermostat out and have a bit of a look, see what's going on. But as you can see, that tap is sort of drained off, and it's pretty much drained all down the driveway. So I'm going to keep investigating this. When I come back, I think there's just 3 bolts that hold in the thermostat, and we're going to remove that and have a bit of a peek, see what's going on. Okay, so we finally got that off. That's a pain. You got to sort of like push those clips and maneuver it with 2 hands. Just unclip the sensor that's attached to the thermostat there. Now we're going to lift up that pin. It's just use a screwdriver, sort of just pop it up, remove that. Then I'm going to disconnect the thermostat, and I want to just double check that's actually looks like it's operating correctly. If it's all messed up, we're going to have to order a new one. But I have a feeling like either it's the cap that's been the issue with the overheating, or it might be the thermostat seized up. So we're going to find out right now. So we just disconnected the hose. Now just got to unscrew our screws. We'll be able to remove the thermostat. There is one more hose just tucked down there, but once we get this undone, we should be able to access that a little bit better, and we can finally work out what the heck is going on, if this thermostat is playing up or not. Okay, that's been removed. The thermostat is out. Now I think I've worked out why we've had so many issues. Look at that. There's meant to be a plastic clip on that side. No plastic clip. So this thermostat's basically been jammed this whole time. Hasn't been able to work properly. So I could either see if this thermostat actually can be removed fully, and we can actually run it without a thermostat for now, or we might just have to order a whole new thing because this is completely stuffed. So that might be the reason why the car's been overheating, which is fantastic news. It's relatively straightforward to get out, sort of. I've butchered my hands up and it took me forever, and my hair's probably sticking up at the moment because of the wind. So yeah, big sort of sign that it wasn't working right is when as I was taking this off and it started leaking a bit of water. This whole engine should be just clear water at the moment because I flushed it, but there was so much like thick red coolant still in the systems, which means that this wasn't getting all the way through. So good news on that case. I'm going to see if I can remove this part, but if I do come back, we'll either have this part out or we might have to end the video here until I get this new part. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys just in a little bit and we'll work out how to fix this. Okay, so just having a bit of a look at this, I actually did remove the inside of the thermostat. It's just here. Here's your spring, and here's the little clip that holds it both down. Now, I could run it like this, but just looking at this, you can see like the rubber's all like stuffed there because of this breaking off on the side. Now it doesn't have like a proper seal, and also this gasket's just not fitting anymore. It's like completely warped. So I think the only option at this point is to buy a new one. So I'm gonna have to pick up on this video later on once I've got that part. So usually I would end the video here, but I'm going to leave this one at the moment. So when we come back, I'm going to have the new part and we're going to get this installed, so it's all one video. So bit of a pain, but at least we know now why the car is overheating. Okay guys, a couple of days later. I think I last filmed on Sunday. It's now Tuesday afternoon and I've already got the part in, which is fantastic. So just got you guys on charge at the moment because I accidentally left the GoPro on, and also the microphone's off it as well because it needs to be charged. So got to grab the new part and we'll start lining it up and get this car back together. So yeah, let's get stuck right into it. So this is our new part here. I just bought an aftermarket part. I think it was like $57 Australian. So as you can see, got both the clips in where they're supposed to be. New seal. Doesn't look too bad. As long as it does the job, I'll be happy. So going to get this all attached in back where it came from. So it's just 3 bolts. Putting the hose back on down there, and then just plugging in our sender, and then we can attach everything else back in, top it up with coolant, and hopefully that is the problem to our cooling system. So we'll start putting all this back together right now, and hopefully it goes smoothly. So wish me luck. Okay, so it started to rain here, typical Melbourne, all over the joint weather. So I might have you guys sit over here for now. I'm going to try and get some of this done. Rain's coming in sideways, it's hitting the Monaro. I just washed it, of course. So I'm going to just get these bolts tightened up and then we'll get stuck into the next stage. So it's just the 3 bolts plugging everything in. You've seen me take it all apart. So I'm going to brave the weather, and get this done. Okay, so that took bloody forever. I had some real issues with this. I'll get that out of the way. Alright, so the reason why it took me so long is this little piece of crap down here. This, instead of just using your traditional sort of style clamp like that one, these ones you've got to like, they're like tensioned, and it was so bloody hard to get on. So I'd recommend anyone doing this themselves, get that on first. It's very important before you attach all this. So what I used, it is here somewhere, I just used these pair of vice grips, sort of keep it tensioned open and then hold it in place while you slide that on. It's going to be a pain and you're going to throw a lot of tools trying to do it because there is like 0 space, especially these clumsy hands. So that's all on. 3 bolts are in. Our sensor is back in. Our PCV piping into the turbo there is all sorted out. Now we just got to attach this and then we can add some coolant. making sure the level, once that works itself out. A little bit rattly over here, don't know why. I will investigate that another time. So what we're going to do right now, I'm just going to let this run warm for a bit and then we'll finish up. Okay, so we're looking pretty good at the moment. Got the tanks a little bit over, but I can drain that out a bit later on. It's looking like there's no leaks coming from down here. All that water down there is just me washing off all the excess coolant. So I think that was pretty successful. So if you guys want to do that yourself at home, it's relatively simple other than the pain in the butt trying to get the clamp back on, which drove me insane and nearly made me broke half of my tools. But I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. As you know, if you're in the garage a lot, you're going to have issues. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember to check us out on Instagram and Facebook, the Panda Garage. You can ask questions on there. I've been a bit lazy with answering back lately, so if you want to get an answer, I'll try and make a better effort to answer those questions for you. Yeah, if you've got any other questions or something you need to see, or anything you'd like to see in a video, write it down below. And that's it for today. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, guys, my name's Matt. This is Panda Garage. Hopefully this is the last time we work on the Cruze, but we never know. It is a Cruze after all. So until next time, guys, I'll see you back here.